As Niagara deals with COVID restrictions, some very tasty partnerships have developed. Steve Delcole from Zooma Caters joins us with what they're doing. Good morning.
Good morning, Annette. How are you?
I'm doing great. And if you're wondering why Steve works in this fabulous looking restaurant, it's actually Tintern Road and Jackstown Collective, which is the clothing store that you and your wife also own.
Did we pull it off and make it look a little bit kitcheny at least?
Oh, you did. I love the albums in the background are awesome.
Well, you know, that was a big part of our restaurant motif was collecting vinyl. So we still got a lot lying around.
Yes. And now you're moving the restaurant kind of into private kitchens and also into wineries.
Well, yeah, we've always had our good association with Cassava Vineyards. In fact, we just started back there a couple of weeks ago doing charcuterie boxes. We're obviously limited still in Niagara, although I'm pretty excited to hear the news this morning. It sounds like they're going to allow some folks to open up again and do some dining with some restrictions, but it's a start. So.
Okay. So what are you making now in the clothing store?
So what's that? Sorry.
What are you making now in the clothing store?
Well, you know, we're having I had some fun a few weeks ago with we did a cooking class with some young teen cooks, and we actually made ravioli, and it was so much fun that and then I ended up making ravioli for Jacqueline for Valentine's Day, and I thought, you know, I've talked to a lot of people lately that I think are just kind of getting bored of cooking. You know, their routine is getting sort of in the doldrums. So I thought we'd give them a little bit of a challenge, although I don't want to make it too difficult. I think this is kind of a recipe that everyone can kind of sink their teeth into, so to speak. So we're doing a lobster ravioli. If you don't have lobster, if you don't like lobster, you could use crab just as well. And if you wanted to do vegetarian, you could do something with butternut squash. So there's lots of different variations, but we started by making a really simple pasta dough. If you don't want to make pasta dough, although there's a lot of people with stand mixers now and pasta attachments that are taking advantage of all those great new kitchen toys, but we made pasta by hand. Simple recipe: 3 eggs, 2 cups of flour, tablespoon of olive oil, tablespoon of water, a teaspoon of salt. I just hand mixed it in a bowl and just brought it together into a nice ball like this and let it rest. And even to roll it out to make your raviolis, I've got a pasta roller, but I used a rolling pin, and you can roll it nice and thin, and it's all ready to go. Now, if you want to sort of do a nice quick shortcut on that, you can buy sheets of lasagna, fresh lasagna. It's a little stiffer, but definitely you can work with it as well. And all we did was we made a great little mix of minced lobster. We added a little bit of ricotta just to act as a bit of a glue to hold everything together, some shaved Parmesan, and a little bit of salt and pepper. And that's our filling. And then I've got a little cookie ring, but once again, failing that, you can use a small soup tin, or, you know, anything that's got a round punch. This is about a 3-inch diameter. So we're just punching out pieces from our rolled dough that are about this size. And 2 pieces, one will get our filling. I've just laid a little bit of our lobster filling on top. This lid will get a little bit of an egg wash, so I just brush a little bit of egg over that to act as another bit of glue. Goes on top. We squeeze the edges all together, and it's ready to go. So that goes into, I just use a frying pan just so I can get a bunch of them in on a large area, and I boil them for about 7 or 8 minutes. And then what we did for this, we made a sauce, and you showed the picture as well, but we made a sauce and we just whipped together a little butter, a little heavy cream, and then I added a little bit of smoked paprika, which is a great complement to lobster, but it also gave the sauce a nice pink rosy color. So it's just sort of a fun way to cook if you're sitting around in the kitchen with your significant other and you've got a bottle of wine going or a bottle of sparkling. It's just kind of a fun way to pass an evening in the kitchen.
That's a lot of fun. So you're not selling that through Cassava, but the charcuterie boards are what you're doing for now, right?
For now, well, yeah, and actually we looks like we might be doing some pizza soon as well. So we've got ourselves a little pizza oven that's going to be delivered next week, and so it looks like we could be doing some pizza in the near future as well. So we're getting pretty excited about that.
That's awesome. I'm happy for both of you, and thanks for the great lesson. I'm actually going to try this because your recipes are so easy to do. So thank you, Steve, and all the best wishes to Jacqueline as well. So we'll get your information for Zooma Caters up on our website, chch.com. Have a great weekend.
Thanks, Annette. Same to you.